Uh, Hello guys, it's me, you know, Kazuma Kuriyami. I haven't made a video in a long time again, and you guys are about to find out why. Yeah. So where do I start? Okay. Uh, when the new year came, 2025, a huge part of me was very happy. I was really happy. I was celebrating with my family. I was happy, excited. Yet, a part of me was scared. Really scared. I'm not really too superstitious, okay? Like, I'm not the kind of person like who believes in luck or special years, but there's no harm in believing that, you know, you have a special year. 2024 was my year. You know, it was the time I was able to get to work. It was the time I've met my girlfriend, and I was able to accomplish all sorts of things I never thought I would be able to do. So to me, it was the very best year. One of the best years in my life. So when 2025 came, like I'm not trying to be too negative because I was very happy, celebrating all of the accomplishments I had in 2024. It's just hard for me to explain it, but something felt very wrong. It's the feeling like I just lost my plot armor. Like, I know it sounds silly or childish. My girlfriend at that time, she said that I shouldn't worry about it. It's probably just a fluke, or it's just probably just my head playing tricks on me. You know, Special years that, we both talked about that time. It's not, it's probably not a real thing, and I should just not worry about it. Yeah, I sort of wish that were the case. You know. Okay, so let's continue. The day my company had its special party, it's like once in a year we do this in order to celebrate. That day had a huge impact in my life. That day to me was the best and the worst day of my life. Yeah, something like that. At first, everything was perfect. Like, it was just like normal. Everything felt alright. Everything was going the way it should. I prepared for things. I set everything up. Went to the taxi cab. Went to get my costume. Celebrated. Everything was good. Everything was alright. It felt normal. It felt like any other day. Until that specific moment. I'll explain what that specific moment is. Because you'll see. When I was celebrating, I was very happy. Like many people know me as being very enthusiastic. I was dancing around like an idiot, and I was, already very intoxicated because the party had a lot of alcohol and drinks. So, I was drinking a lot of stuff there. I was enjoying myself. Like it was really a good. The party was amazing. Freaking love that. I really loved that party. That party was amazing. The food, the steak, everything. It was freaking amazing. Now, I already said I was already intoxicated during that time when I was celebrating. I was really happy. I was like in the spirit of happiness. Then, by the end of the party, I was just hanging around, high fiving everyone I could find. Took a lot of pictures with me, with my friends or new people. Like I like making friends. I'm extroverted. I like meeting people. I like being around people. Then I was informed about something horrible. It nearly gave me a heart attack and made me want to puke. When I was talking to my friends, and keep in mind I was heavily intoxicated already during that period, I heard news that the two people I am very close with, I had two close friends, they're dead. I was the last person to know about it. And it brought back a lot of nightmares that made me want to puke. But I was in a good mood. I didn't want to ruin the mood, so I just try to keep a strong face. I didn't make it look like it bothered me, but of course it bothered me. I just pretended like, you know, it's not a big deal. I told her about it. I told my girlfriend about it. I said that two of my friends that tried to resign and the other are dead. I tried to deal with it, but of course it really bothered the shit out of me. But of course, like I wanted to be in a good mood. So I still danced around, acting like myself. But my head was getting hazy, like really, really hazy. We took a cab. After the party ended, we took a cab and went to my place, but my sanity was already fading bit by bit. And the feelings I tried bottling up because, the. Like I said, the sanity kept fading bit by bit. Like I said, I was already heavily intoxicated. This is based from what I remember that day. The heavy feeling of loss, it started to come out. I broke down. I went loose. I was like Obito when he saw Rin die for the first time. Like, that is what happened. And I don't even remember everything. I did all sorts of scary things and I don't even remember. I only remember because the people around me during that day told me about it. My younger brother told me. The next thing I know, I woke up with bruises and she already given up on me. She already left me. She went home. I didn't even know. I tried to check if she was alright. So, I was in hell. I apologize if you hear some background noise. It's my dad and the other guys outside. I'm trying to tell them to, keep quiet, but of course, it's not like I can control that. Let's get back to the story, shall we? Alright. I was in hell. I tried, I tried to explain my side of the story, but I can already tell like she gave up on me. But I can tell she was hurt, probably heavily traumatized by what happened. She probably thought that that person was me, and she thought that I broke her trust or something. You know? Now, many people might be thinking, or even she might be thinking this. Dude, those are just friends, you could just get new ones. I'm an extrovert. I like being around friends. I like hanging out with them. I'm a social butterfly. But, even though it looks like I'm friends with everybody, those guys aren't all my friends. Not all of them are, close friends. There's a difference, okay? If you see me vent on my friends, if you see me vent on you, if you see me give you gifts, or invite you over to my place to game, or if you see me like give you food, that's how I know you're a real friend. Because those guys are different. Those, if you actually know my story, like the people who know about this story before I'm even saying it, those guys are my real friends. The guys that head over to my place, drink out with me, go with parties, those guys are real friends. So, those two friends that I said that I've lost that freaking died, those guys are categorized in those close friend circle. And I tried reaching out to them, so I brought a lot of familiar, bitter feelings from the past that I don't want to talk about. I donated money to their family, like I gave them like a few money. I passed them for freaking online cash. I freaking donated, but it really bothered the hell out of me when I found out I was the last person to even know about it. So, what happened next? You guys might be thinking. Me and her, we were just throwing our pain at each other. I tried to explain everything. She said that it's over. She probably sees me as that monster she saw that day. So, the next thing, the conversation went nowhere. The conversation went literally nowhere. The next thing in work, we later confronted each other. We talked. I thought things were alright because we acted like us again. For that specific moment, I thought that things were alright and I thought I had clarity in my life again. I really thought that we were okay because she was acting like her. She acted like the person I fell in love with. And, for a minute I thought she was able to differentiate me from the grieving, explosive me that's heavily, in pain. So I brought her to my place because my mom tried, my mom kept bugging me and stuff. She told me to head home. So I went home. The next thing I know, my grandfather died. As usual, I tried to pretend like it didn't bother me, but of course it would bother anybody. I didn't want to indulge in a lot of pain because I was already going through a lot of pain due to losing those two guys, my friends. So, as usual, I try to laugh it off. I try to make it look like it's not a big deal. But it did bother me. Of course it did. It's gonna take a toll on me later. But knowing that at least I had clarity with my girlfriend during that time, I thought, maybe things aren't all bad. So, I went to the province. I went to the province in order to handle my, grandfather's funeral. While I was sleeping during the trip, a part of me felt fear and chills. I wanted to ignore it again, but sooner or later, those chills had predicament. She sent me another text during that time. She said that she wanted to give up on me and stuff. I was already confused and heavily frozen, like I was very hollow. I tried to make it look like things are okay, but it's not. I didn't know how to react. But even though I was going through the funeral, I still tried to chat her because I still wanted clarity. If anyone's in my position, the thing we want is clarity. Like the moment we get answers, we get warmth and everything starts to make sense even though it's painful, But I didn't get that. I never got that. I can tell she gave up on me. Tried to de-escalate. Explain my side. But she kept telling me I broke her trust. To top it all off, like I keep saying, I don't even fully remember what happened during that breakdown. My real friends and family, I'm not even sure if she still remembers the real me. People who know me know that I'm not that type of monster. Like, I'm really extroverted. I like being nice. I like giving gifts. I like acting like an idiot. I act like Naruto, even though most of the time I'm really serious at work. We just kept throwing pain at each other, me and her, during the funeral. We went nowhere. But I really tried to de-escalate. I said, maybe we should try to talk things in person. That's what I thought. Maybe if I talk things in person, maybe things would be different. When I returned to work, I informed my friends. I still had real friends who were waiting for me, but I was still caught up by all of the freaking drama, so yeah. I still sought answers because everything in terms of the reality I was in during that time, it felt very hollow, painful, and cold. I just needed answers. And many people would find me annoying, and they would even try to blame it on me and tell me that I'm weak. But if they were in my position, I'm pretty sure they would also seek answers. In a time of absurdity, like, answers is the least I deserve, right? I'm actually okay with a breakup. If she's alright with a breakup, that could have been fine, but I was hoping it could be confrontational, so it can be warm and genuine, and I was hoping it's not going to be about us throwing pain at each other, because if two people are in pain, it's not really logical or reasonable to talk. It's better to talk when both are in peace, so that way, the conversation's genuine. Because two people in pain, that leads to nowhere. That leads to no clarity. Just leads to explosive emotions with a lot of decisions we don't even mean. So I did I did what any adult would do. I tried to make peace, even though I was already in a lot of pain. And believe it or not, only a few people I know were actually there for me during that time. But she rejected me. Am I mad at her? A bit. Disappointed, scared, don't know how to react. A year meaningful relationship destroyed by a circumstance I barely even remembered. Then we started talking about lessons. She told me that people to her, or they're lessons, but I disagree with that. I don't treat people like lessons. I don't treat them like a module that has a start or a beginning. I treat them like people. People have potential to get better, so I usually go for that. I don't really define or judge a person based from their worst. Like, I base them from their best and their potential to get better because, that's what humans do. They get better, but, in order to do that, you need clarity, you need answers. How can you get better if you don't really get any answers? Alright. So, what happened now? What happens now? In all honesty, I can't even answer that. Nihilism is just clouding in my mind right now. I've been going with nihilism. It's been there for me. I still have a job. Few friends who are willing to listen. So I try to keep my chin up. It really bothers me that in the span of a week, I lost 2 friends. My grandfather and even my girlfriend. What will I do now? I don't know. I don't care. I'll just keep moving forward and see what this game called life has for me. Whatever comes first, I'll welcome it, Making this video was very personal. I didn't want to make it, and I'm not even sure if I should even be posting this online, but, maybe you guys can learn something from what happened to me. I'm not getting a lot of clarity in my life right now, but, I can still work things out. I can still work things out. It's really bad, but I'll see what I can do. I'm not really getting the clarity I at least deserve. I'm not. So, if I'm not gonna get the clarity I deserve, I will just make it myself. That's why I made this video. I'm not even in the mood to show my face today because I don't see the freaking point. I honestly don't see the freaking point. I honestly don't know what she's thinking. I already know like she's given up on me, that she over and over she said she's not happy with what I did. But I keep telling her, I know it happened, but I don't even remember. Then a part of me felt a lot of pain because she's been with me for a year. We even traveled and etc. Does she even still remember the real me? No? Does she still even remember the real me? Like, I know my friends still remember the real me, my younger brother and everybody else still does. I'm not trying to seek, pity. I don't care about that. I'm just trying to provide clarity. You guys can learn from my experiences. You guys can learn from my experiences. This is a lot more personal than I thought it will. But it's alright. Maybe in the near future I'll consider removing this video. But in the meantime, yeah, it's pretty much out there. Okay. I think I'm done venting. I don't really know what's on her mind right now, and I'm pretty sure she hates me or something. I just hope deep inside, I hope she still remembers the real me, and I hope she still remembers that in my way, I really did freaking love her. I really did. I still do, but, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm still working things out, like I'm really making an effort to make do with what I can do, because there's still a lot of, I believe in potential, like I said. I believe in potential. I'm not going to know what's on her mind, and I don't think I'm ever going to know. She blocked me in everything, so no contacts, no context, no contacts, no confrontation, no peace. I guess I just have to find my own peace. Yeah. I think I'll do that. Okay. That's it. I'm done. Thanks for watching this video, or if it's not even watched, that's alright, I don't really care. The name's Kazuma Kuriyami, signing out. Goodbye.